Will the Eldrazi make a return now that reality is splintered in Reality Fracture?
Okay, I was really excited to talk about this because check this out. Here's the first thought process that we have behind all of this. One, okay, pretty much everything that you had to say in there was pretty true, but there's some things that I want to look at first. Okay, one, this Ulamog that we see in Rise of the Eldrazi, it's the same Ulamog that's in Battle for Zendikar. It's just that the matter of time has changed him from the Infinite Gyre to the Ceaseless Hunger because of the time that he was spent trapped on Zendikar. Okay? And I want you to think about this. Most of these creatures, okay, most of these planeswalkers, most of these people that are going through the storyline, it's not that they're alternate versions of them from different areas, it's that their time on the plane that they are on has changed them and their characteristics to do the thing that they're doing for the storyline. They're still the same people, they're just doing different things based on the plane that they're at. I think that the same is true as well for, the Kozilek. And I also know that the same is true for the Emrakul because if you'll notice, the Emrakul wasn't present during the Battle for Zendikar and the Oath of the Gatewatch. And that's because while she was in the storyline being manipulated by Nahiri, and while it's half true that she was being manipulated by her, once Emrakul realized that she wasn't where she was supposed to be, she enacted a plan to put herself in a position to take control back of the situation. She's in the moon because she wanted to be. Now, my part two is led into, if that's the case and they're following the storyline, then what's the deal with the Modern Horizons 3 Eldrazi? And my thought process is, if you'll notice, it was like Emrakul first came out, she was a 15 cost cast. Then, when she came out in Shadows of Innistrad, she was a 13 cost cast. And then she was a 12 cost cast. And it felt like they were either power creeping or stepping down from power. But it doesn't feel that way. The three that we get in Modern Horizons 3 don't feel like previous versions of the Titans. And that theory is tying into because of the, well, if they're just like manifestations and their true form is completely out there and they're just the hand that is dipping into the thing, when their form was destroyed, when they were localized on the ley lines, I think that their forms, or it was like they were able to anchor enough of the Eldrazi that it wounded them enough that it's taking them time, like almost like they localized the Titans' brains and burnt the brains away. And while yes, the rest of the manifestation is still out there, the actual knowledge and the will of the Titan is destroyed, and that's what they did on Zendikar when they trapped them in the ley lines and they used the plains mana to destroy them. No, I don't think that they'll get an alternate reality versions of the Titans. If anything, what they'll do is they'll continue the storyline with what Emrakul actually had planned when she sealed herself away in the moon, because as far as we know, that's where she's at. She is imprisoned in the moon, but she's the one who put herself there because Tamiyo doesn't remember doing anything about the spell to seal her away into the moon when she did it. I am the Prophet of the Blind Eternities. You should follow me for more Eldrazi shenanigans.